What kind of dirty secrets do I have on my iPhone? You wonder? Hi guys, this is Nicoletta, not just Nicoletta, and today we are gonna have a special tour. I hope you're gonna enjoy this video, so let's get straight to business. As you can see, here I have my lock screen. Usually I like to have an inspirational quote on it, but then I found this picture. I really love flowers, you know, so it's cute. The homepage, Shazam is like one of the most important apps that I have on my phone, is because I really love music. Wherever I go, wham bam Shazam. Okay, baby. You can also see the songs that you searched before. I also really like that you can connect Spotify. I really love Spotify. I really love making playlists on Spotify. We got 8,000 followers, so guys, really check the playlist on my account. I also made this a playlist for Avatar, The Last Airbender, which I love it a lot. It's like one of my favorite cartoons ever. Really, I like to organize everything in my agenda. I like this agenda. It's very practical. If I need some paper, I can also, you know, just tear it down. So yeah. You see, like, it has these cute things. Then we are going to the next homepage, where I mainly organize everything in folders. So here I have my bank apps and like everything that is related to money. A lot of the apps that I have here, I used them in the past for editing my photos, but now I mostly use Pixelmator Pro on my MacBook. It's like 60 euros, and you can do so many things in this app. Like, in the beginning might be difficult a bit to understand how it works, but if you're familiar with Photoshop at all, like, it's super easy, it's very clear to use. Like, I can edit my thumbnails just like this. I would say QuickShot is a good app. For example, you have like a nice photo, but you have people in the background. You can also delete the people. Then we go to the video. These are the apps that I would recommend you to have. So this is iMovie. When I see the video is too long, I can just, you know, cut it right away in my phone. Filto. It looks super pretty. You can edit the photos and videos, really aesthetically pleasing. App that I highly recommend you to use is Yuka. You can find it on the French App Store. I'm not sure about other countries. Let's say you go to the supermarket and then, you know, there are all these like products, they say that they are organic or biological, and you want to check this out, but you don't want, you know, to waste your time searching for each chemical that's shown on the package. You can just take your phone, scan the code, like you scan this code, and then it tells you whether the product is good or bad for you. So I'm gonna show you how I scan my products. For example, you just scan, this is like a cream that I use, that it's for hands, and then I scan the code, and then look, it says that it's bad, 0 out of 100. And you can also see the chemical substances it has. Like, for example, it gives you like a lot of information. Cyclomethicone is endocrine disruptor. It also gives you information about it, and that's why I think this app is a must. I also scanned this product. It's like Obey Your Body. Look, it says it's paraben free, but when you scan the code, it actually has 12 out of 100. Usually like the organic products and biological products that are more expensive, and if you're investing your money on something, you want to know that that product is actually worth the money. Something useful also for this app is like recommendations. So let's say you need like a face cream, and the one you scan, it says that it's not good. They also recommend you the ones that are actually good options, healthy options for you. You also keep the history of all the products that you scanned. If you're passionate for photography, I really recommend you to use iAm. It is basically a platform for photographers where you add your photos. Like, one of my hobbies and like my passions is like taking photos, and of course I have way more photos than what's on this app. Like, I use this app, you know, during the time when I thought I'm gonna get rich. What I want to show you is like, actually I managed to make $2 on one of the pictures that I posted here. This is the photo. I couldn't believe, like I couldn't believe that actually someone paid $2 for my photo, you know. is like they're in partnership with Getty Images. That's the main reason why I would recommend this app. So for example, if you search for my name in Getty Images, a lot of my photos are actually on their site. The crazy thing with Getty Images, if you want to use these photos commercially, they ask you for like a crazy price, like hundreds of euros. So yeah, these ones I have, like this one also. Yeah, this one was in Barcelona, this was in Gran Canaria. Like yeah, I have quite a lot of them on Getty Images. Another app that I recommend for you is Script. I'm not sure if a lot of you are familiar, but it's like an app where you can find audiobooks, best-selling books, magazines, everything. Let's say you don't know what you want to read, they also recommend you like sci-fi or fantasy series, and also based on what you're reading, they also recommend you books. For example, you also have the Pulitzer Prize winners of 2020, and they also give you the books, the audio version. Another app that I recommend is Headway. It's very aesthetically pleasing if you're into like self-development. I think you pay like €5 per month, but you can also use it for free, and you get like a free daily read. And what I get to read every day, it's like super interesting. Like you can see all these books. You also get like best reads, let's say like top 10, top 10 to get smarter. It's really like, for example, this book was recommended for me today. You can listen to it, you can also read it. I really like using the audio and also like reading the text. It's just very soothing and very calming, Google, let's say you see something interesting, you see a product and you don't know what it is. For example, like I'm scanning my AirPods and it can say immediately that these are AirPods. Then you can Google right away, you can look for the product, where can you buy it. So that's why I think this is incredibly helpful. Games file, I know you might think there are a lot of games, but most of them are like adventure escape games from Haiku Games. I don't know if you're familiar with them, please comment down below if you're a fan of them, but I just love every single one of them. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up because this really helps out. Keep it sexy.